So today I decided to pull some carrots and I'm going to process them as we talk about growing in pots. But here you see me pulling carrots from a large pot that I have down at the allotment, and the carrots have done really, really well this year in it. Hi everyone, I hope you are well. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to anyone that's watching for the first time. So today I thought I'd do just a quick midweek video talking a bit about growing edibles in pots. I've had a couple of questions. I'm going to multitask again, sorry about that, but I pulled these carrots today from a bucket in the allotment, and I need to get them chopped and put in a freezer bag and walloped into the freezer. Now, I don't scrub them too harshly. I don't mind leaving a bit of soil in there because it's actually really good for you, and I don't use any chemicals at all. They are organically grown, so I'm going to crack onto it, but I just thought I would talk a little bit about growing food in pots. So we are in the UK and we are in the autumn season now, so not much actually grows at this time of year. I don't want to sound patronising because some people don't actually know. My husband wasn't that clued up on seasonal food when I met him, so you know, it's nothing to be embarrassed about. So typically you wouldn't really be sowing much now, but what I would do if I were you, if you're thinking about starting to grow your own food and all you've got is a small space, or you want to grow in pots, this next few months and over winter, start looking at what sort of pots and containers you can collect. So I do a lot of skip diving, so if I can see that there's a skip somewhere, I always have a look to see if anybody's put any pots in it, because some people do a bit of garden renovation and then they chuck out a load of pots, and the sort of pots you want, anything bigger than sort of 12-inch, the bigger the better, is always the mantra when you're thinking about growing in containers. So you want to think about what you want to grow and make a list. So just some of the things that I've grown in containers are peppers, chilies, melons, carrots, loofahs, aubergines, bush tomatoes, dwarf beans, sweet potatoes, new potatoes, main crop potatoes, spring onions are brilliant, carrots are brilliant, I don't know if I said carrots, even just cheapo buckets from your local hardware store. I think B&Q, or Homebase in the UK used to sell those orange buckets for 99p, I think they were, and all you need to do is drill holes in the bottom. So obviously you need to make sure that your container has got drainage holes in the bottom, and you can even, what I've done before is, once you buy a bag of compost, you can just tip it up on its end, cut the top, make a space, plonk your plant in, and don't even worry about it. Just skewer some holes into the side of the bag, and you don't even need a container. So I've done that. My plot neighbour does that with their carrots. They just shove them straight into a bag of compost. So size does matter. So like I said, bigger the better, but look for things that are free. Look on your free cycle pages. Look, that one was going to split, but it decided not to. Look at that. What was I saying? Yeah, look on your free cycle, skip diving. Some people leave pots just out the front of their house on the pavement. Pick them up. More the merrier. And then you'll be ready for next season. So I'd give them a wash, stack them up, and you'll be ready. So what I was thinking of doing is, I don't know if you'll be interested in it, but maybe doing like a little grow along next spring where we can start our gardens all together, or maybe just a few pots here and there. I mean, an obvious one is herbs. Herbs are fantastic in pots. I'm also going to make a video on propagating herbs. So it's propagating means, for anyone who doesn't know, taking a cutting from an established plant and then rooting it in water, so then you can plant it up and then you will have two plants. So that's a great free way of getting more herbs without having to buy them all the time. So I will do a video on that as well. That's going to take a bit more time. Chilies and spring onions and things you can actually grow on a windowsill. Also sprouted beans and peas are really good. So I love pea shoots. I do mine in the greenhouse, but you can germinate dried peas, get the shoots up at this tall, cut them off, and you can shove them in soups and salads. They're really good smoothies. They're really good for you. And it doesn't really cost anything, just a tiny bit of compost. Like I say, onions, garlic, peppers, chilies, melons, carrots, loofahs, aubergines, bush cherry, tomatoes, dwarf beans, spuds, these little lunchbox cucumbers you could do, as long as they've got something to climb up. Make a list of everything you think. Keep an eye out for cheap seeds. I know of a few really reasonable seed companies, and in the next video I might talk about that, because I'm going to be sorting my seeds out for next season and making a list of what I need to buy and things like that, so I could film that, and we can maybe start our gardens together next year. If you think you've got a little extra space in your garden beds, or a piece of lawn that you're not really using that much, do think about growing your own food. It's all organic, it's really good for the environment, there's no plastic involved, and you can fill your freezer up for next to nothing. So yes, if you're interested in seeing more information and more pictures of the things that I've grown in the last sort of couple of years, my Instagram is Leaf and Flower. I'll put a link below, and so I'll try not to saturate this channel too much with gardening, but if you're on Instagram and you want to go and have a look over there, and you can see a bit more about it. But so I've chopped these now. These are going to go in this bag. So I've already used this bag twice in the freezer for other veggies. I rinse it out, let it dry, so that I'm not, using too much plastic. So there we go. The most important thing is, if you are going to grow food, then it's important you grow what you eat and that you eat what you grow. So, you know, it is life-changing, and I'm not even being over dramatic. I love it. I grew up on a market garden. My father has always grown his own vegetables. His father has always grown, all the generations. So I'm just trying to keep it going. You know, I've taught the boy along the way, and he really loves it. And yeah, I highly recommend it. So if it's something you're interested in, then let me know. I hope you're all well. I'll be doing a cash stuffing video on the weekend. I'm going to stick these in the freezer. What I'll do is I lay them all flat, freeze it like that so they don't freeze in clumps, and then once they're all frozen, just shove it in like that. Okay, I hope you're well. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.